Very excited to welcome everyone to a bit of a different format for the weekend preview. This week, I'm joined by Aaron. Tell us a little bit about what we've got going on here, Captain.
Yeah, looking forward to doing something a little bit innovative, keeping it fresh, basically amalgamating the weekend review and weekend preview into a weekly catch-up, sort of Wednesday or Thursday recorded. Unfortunately, people have to see our mug shots, but they can watch it on sound only on the way home from work. When it comes out of the light, they've got options, Nathan. They can, or our graphics team led by Bianca can throw up some replays at time to give them a break from us. But ultimately, looking just to preview the weekend's runners, discuss results from the previous week, where some horses are at on their way back and return to the races, and ultimately things happening behind the scenes at the stables, trials alike, and try and have a bit of fun and find your winner or two along the way and a special guest or two when we get a little bit more tech savvy again.
And for the first time, we look forward to, on a Thursday afternoon, we're recording. We had trials today, but looking forward to Dequetable Stakes Day on Saturday. We're going to have the one representative in that, one runner, so one to get through, and then we'll do some outside general chat just to kind of welcome back some of the owners to what their horses have been up to, some popular horses that have been trialling, and plenty to look forward to with lots of nice horses returning as well for the Autumn Carnival.
Yeah, 100%. So Saturday, exciting day. We debut Noel Labelle. So she's trialled up nicely in preparation for Saturday. She had one trial, jump out at the back end of last preparation. Put herself well there, went for a break, come back. She's had one trial, one jump out leading into Saturday. She was really sharp at her most recent jump out at Murray Bridge, which I'm sure there'll probably be some vision pop up shortly. But just a natural sort of two-year-old. She's obviously well related, a sister to Beast Mode. Beast Mode, a naturally fast beginner, sharp horse. The 1,050 Dequetable Stakes on Saturday. Right up her alley, albeit a strong race, and you'd expect it to be being a stakes race. But, she's well in it. She's 15-1 in early markets with a short price favourite in Never Ordinary, $1.70, I think, at the moment. So, there's not a lot of exposed form. There's a little bit, but always these two-year-old races can throw up different results. And, we're as happy as we can be with going in, and wouldn't change it for any of them.
Yeah, as you said, a filly well bred by D'Argento, but a half to Beast Mode. She kind of adopted some of his early toe as well, because from that wide gate, there's been two early scratching, so she's come into 9. But the favourite, as you said, Nice Horse, has been showing a lot of toe in its races. It'll be hard to catch. Has she got kind of that natural speed that she can find her way across from a wide gate?
Well, Jason Stubby Holder was told to give her a quiet jump out last week, and she found herself in front 3 lengths. That's about 10 metres into the jump out. So I think she'll go forward naturally. She's just that quick beginner. Never Ordinary, another one that has got speed as favourite. So, whether she's outside it, but 2-year-old races, anything can happen. But, she'll certainly be she'll be ridden a lot by Phil. But knowing how Beast Mode begins, I'm sure, and how she's beginning her trials, I think she's got that gene from him.
And she is very naturally fast. Well, on an interesting note, we're actually, speaking of 2-year-old racing, we've only had the one runner, and it was one winner with Zoo Win, who kicked off. She absolutely pinged the gates and led him a merry dance in her debut. Are we expecting a repeat performance like from Nola Bell? Do we think she can win on Saturday?
Oh, she can certainly win, but it's not. You're not going in. Zoo Win went in as favourite that day. You're going in as a little bit of the underdog, but don't mind that by any means. And I think just what comes of it will be, what comes of it. It's exciting to have a live chance in a race like that on debut, 4 owners. She's a 2-year-old filly, her best if she brings it on Saturday, and she handles the day well. She's going to be certainly very hard to hold out late, because she's going to put herself right there. But ultimately, she's come a long way, and looking forward to seeing her debut Saturday.
I think you summed it up well. I think from what she's kind of shown at the trials and the jump outs and what she shows at home, I don't think we'd be swapping her for any. So a very exciting opportunity on Saturday with a stakes runner. And she races, interestingly, in some new colours for the stable. I think, are we going navy blue and pink for Imagine Racing?
Cerise, I think it's called. I think it's Cerise.
Okay.
But in the colours of Imagine Racing, Nola Bell. So Imagine Racing got a couple others with us from the yearling sales recently as well. So new syndicator on board, led by Christy Edwards and Kate Pritchard Gordon locally. But yes, it's their first runner in their colours in the state as well. But there'll be a big cohort of owners, as there always is with these young horses, and hopefully that picture behind you is very similar to what we see on Saturday.
I actually half expected to because when Zoo Win debuted, there was a huge turnout. We had a big luncheon on, and I reckon, how many people do you reckon we had that day? We would have had 40 or 50, I reckon.
I don't want you to expect. Let's just hope. All right. So
Well,
let's
I'm just looking forward to
let's
having a beer with them all after the races. Hopefully, it's on the club in the winners bar. But if we have to buy one, I'm just looking forward to her running well on
you're,
Saturday.
you're very glass half full, so we'll go with that anyway.
Good. I would rather be that. Well,
No,
we've got
looking forward to Saturday.
plenty going on outside of that, despite there only being the one runner. And we've been a little bit quiet on the runners front recently. But if you had a look through the trials and the jump outs, you'd see that we're building a very strong team heading into the carnival and kind of the upcoming weeks. We've got a few New Zealand Raiders starting to kind of ramp up their preparations as well. So what has been happening on the behind the scenes front, Aaron? Just we had how many did we have today? Trial 8. I reckon we had
Eight
10 or
trials,
so.
eight, seven,
10,
seven in the end. We left the last one didn't go around, but
um,
seven trialers. But yeah, it has been a little bit quiet. There's still a number of horses in work, a lot of young horses. That's been part of our plan and strategy in the recent 6 to 12 months in reshaping our vision moving forward at Angaston, and ultimately that takes time, patience, and we appreciate that from our owners and ourselves with our team with the young horses coming through. But the future's bright, and we've got a few, as you said, New Zealand horses there soon to step out that have been purchased just the other side of Christmas, and they're starting to come through. Horses, we've seen Thundara. She's been 1250 in the 1400. She goes out to the mile on Wednesday at Balaclava before stepping out to the Aurora Stakes, and then hopefully the Group 1 SA Oaks. That's she's really got 3 runs left at best this preparation, and those 3 runs, it's the mile, the 1800, and the 2000 metres, and she's probably one of our headline acts leading into the carnival. Although she's run 2 probably luckless horse at her first 2 starts of the stable, still think there is a lot to like about where she's headed over the next sort of month, 6 weeks.
Yeah, she has been an exciting horse. Like, she hasn't quite shown it on the racetrack. She hasn't had the best of luck in her races, but it's probably time on Wednesday to stand up and be counted. But hopefully she puts her best foot forward, and yeah, expect her to run really well. Outside of her, and obviously Nola Bell on Saturday, who are some of the other horses you're looking forward to step out over the next couple of weeks? I've seen the likes of Dubai Focus back at the trials today. He's obviously been a very popular horse for our stable. But yeah, the New Zealand horses, some next Saturday potentially. Who else are you looking forward to that's kind of getting to more their pointy end of their preparation?
Yeah, I think we've had a horse we've had a lot of time for behind the scenes, a horse called Black Sea, another one from New Zealand. Didn't trial today. He'll trial at Morpheville and then kick off in about 3.5 weeks' time. I think he's a really good staying prospect for here. So we'll sort of see him in 7 days' time and talk about him probably on this next show. But he goes around an interesting set of colours as well. The Grey Goose Syndicate, the major shareholder there. Nathan, you did some of your best work and designed a set of the Grey Goose colours, the Grey Goose vodka. So looking forward to seeing them up on screen and hopefully in the winner's circle for that group of owners. But he's one I'm certainly looking forward to seeing. Alejandra, another. She had a quiet trial at Strathalbyn today. She's unraced. She's got really good trial form in New Zealand, and she was there to have a quiet trial today, and then she will she'll have a more serious one next week. So they're probably 2 of the more exciting ones coming through. The bit of clean skins, you could say, and a real soft spot for a horse like One More Song, who she was terribly luckless first up when
I was going to say you can't go through horses we're looking forward to without mentioning her. She didn't put didn't have the best of runs last start, but she's always been one we've loved.
Hopefully she can bounce back next week in the Shillabee at Oakbank 1400.
Yeah, we could have quite a big weekend at Oakbank. We should have quite a few runners, and some of our exciting horses will be.
Are you going to Clare or Oakbank?
Well, it's wherever you send me, but if you send me to Clare, I might have a sleep in and miss that one.
I
Me and
think
Matty Chadwick.
I think Will O'Malley is representing at Clare next Saturday.
Is he actually?
Yes.
Geez, how's he got that gig? But he doesn't want to come and see us defend the vintage title at Oakbank.
No, there'll be no vintage next Saturday. But we're heading the way of Clare. But anyway, it's it's good. Plenty to like about the trials, and some nice horses coming through. So there's probably a lot more to talk about on the racing front in coming weeks.
And I think another thing that we've got to look forward to this week in particular is we're actually going to have a autumn parade and open day on Sunday at Angaston. So that's something a little bit different that we've been cooking up in the kitchen at home. And I think we should have a really good turnout and hopefully the weather puts it on for us. But we've had quite a busy period sales wise. Adelaide Magic Millions, obviously the Karaka Magic Millions, we brought home the two super sets, a colt and a filly. And really looking forward to getting some of our terrific existing owners out there for a look on Sunday, sorry, and also maybe welcoming some new people into the stable.
Yeah, that'd be good. We're going to do it a little bit differently this year. We're going to have a parade every sort of 3 months, do a bit of a quarterly, autumn, winter, spring, and then a Christmas parade. So we'll have a bit of fun at the Christmas parade, but just not parade them all. We'll parade ones at different stages and have a bit of fun there as well. So looking forward to Sunday. I think we've got 85 RSVP, so that'll be a good day, good turnout. Good to also show people that haven't been to the property through on a typically quieter day, Sunday, and where they can just sort of relax, enjoy themselves, grab a coffee, see a couple 2-year-olds, and then also yearlings that a couple of our yearlings that we bought that we're certainly we bought 10 across the sales season that we're really excited about and look forward to showing them off to people at various stages. We do have the breaking in on site as well, so in coming weeks we can bring you a bit of footage of that as well, what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, really looking forward to some of that stuff. I think with some of the content we've been trying to capture out there, that will be something that I think people might not have seen before, is how that kind of breaking in process goes. And with our yearlings that we've got at the moment, that's something that we can certainly bring to people. And if anyone has any requests of things they want to see, always happy to get some feedback. Same with this format as well. If people are enjoying it or want to give us some choice words, some other feedback, just let us know. We're happy to take it on board. As I think actually in recent weeks we've copped a bit of feedback on the Instagram DMs.
Copped a little bit. Copped last Wednesday when we had 4 that were in second, third. I think we got 4 comments on Instagram. One was Fat Spud. I got called at one stage.
Yeah, Fat Spud. That was that was just me. But anyway, no, there was some rude stuff in there.
Got to have thick skin in this game. But anyway, hopefully we can turn it around and flick a message or 2 back. We'll let the winners do the talking.
Yeah, looking forward to it this Saturday. Anything else before we kind of wrap up our first edition? We've kind of just gone in off the top of the head here and just rattled this off. But have I forgotten anything that we should touch on before we wrap it up and kind of look ahead?
All good. Looking forward to sort of evolving this. Any feedback welcome, good or bad. Instagram comments welcome if you don't want to put your name to it. But no, we do want to have a bit of fun with it as well, and deep dive into where the stable's headed forward and what information we can sort of bring forward to the owners, followers and punters. So all the best, and let's hope we can have the Decathlon Stakes trophy here on screen this time next week.
Yeah, no, hopefully with the owners that are coming out on Sunday, we can celebrate with them. And another thing that I think we definitely could bring going forward is some stuff from the riders as well. So if we can get some feedback from them, if they want to jump on with us as well. But if we've got something that's behind the scenes that we can flick up on the screen for people to see, I think that's something that we could certainly incorporate if that's something people would be interested in.
I don't think you'd have to ask Kike twice to join us online, mate.
Not Kike. No. We'll get some of the jockeys because they might have some sort of idea about what's going on.
All good. Now, good first episode. We will catch everyone across the racing week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.